Okay, so linear applications using slope-intercept form. So let's take a look at number 7. A cab ride costs $4 plus $1.75 per mile driven. So what we have to do is be able to understand what the parts of this equation are talking about. It does go back to some of our standards. If you look over here on the wall, this top standard here says represent data on two quantitative variables on a scatter plot, determine and describe how the variables are related. Now, this is not, we're not dealing with scatter plot right now, but we are dealing with two variables, and that could be down here in BF1. Write a function that describes the relationship between two quantities. We're trying to describe what each of these quantities represent and then write an equation from that. Alright, so let's try to figure this out. Now, if I'm looking at this and it says the cab ride costs $4 off the top at the beginning, no matter what, it's going to be $4. What do you think the $4 would represent? If I'm looking at slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, what part of this do you think the 4 would be? It would be the b. That is a constant. I'm going to write that down. B equals 4. Okay? B would represent the constant amount, the amount that's not changing. No matter how far you go, you've got to pay $4. When you step in that cab, it's $4. Then, it's $1.75 for every mile that you drive. So what part of this would be the $1.75?
MX. Wow.
What part of MX? M. The Y and the X are going to stay there. So the M would be your 175. Okay? And so what would then X represent?
Distance, how many miles?
Yep.
Are they all going to look like that? Or
Similar. Yeah, for these, because they're slope-intercept form, yes.
It's easier this way than it is with just the numbers.
Yes. So what is Y representing?
Your total.
Total cost.
Woo!
Very good. Now, if you know what all the parts are, we shouldn't have a problem writing the equation. It says write an equation to represent the cab fare to find your variable. So we've already defined everything. So now we can just say y equals 1.75x plus 4. There's our equation. Now, we could have used function notation just as well as this. It would be f of x equals 1.5x plus 4. All right, let's look at part B. If Clay's destination is 17 miles away and he has $30, how will he make it?
Let me do that right.
So how would we do the math here to figure this out? Yes.
Y equals 1.75 parentheses 17 plus 4.
Very good. So let's figure it out. Y equals 1.75 times 17. Somebody put that in the calculator.
Oh my God.
33.75.
All right. What is it?
33.75.
33.75 plus 4. Guys, and that's 37.75. Is he going to have enough money?
No, he needs $3.75.
No. He needs $7.75.
Oh.
Okay, so he will not have enough money. Chase, y'all getting this?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's flip the page. All right, number 8. Number 8. The Joneses are purchasing a new home. Listen closely. The closing costs are $249 plus 3% of the purchase price of the home. So $249 is a constant. No matter what, it's going to be $249. So that's your B. It's going to write it right there. 3% is the percentage of the purchase price. That 3% is going to be of X. So that's going to be your M. So write an equation to represent the total closing cost to find your variable. So B equals 249. M equals, I'm going to write it as a decimal, 0.03.
Wait, why would M be the percent? It would be A.
It's a percent of X.
Okay.
Okay? X is the purchase price of the home. Alright? So M is the slope, naturally, but it's the percentage of the purchase price. Alright, X is going to be the purchase price, and Y is your total cost.
So the thing about Y is that generally it's the overall, it's the total. Okay? We can't find Y unless we know what X is. Or if they give us Y, then we can then find X. Alright, so let's write our equation. Y equals 0.03.
X plus 59.
Excellent. Chase. Nice. Okay, now we're going to use this equation to do this problem. It says the purchase price of their home is $195,000. The sellers offered $5,000 in closing cost assistance. Will this cover all their closing costs? If not, how much will the Jones need to pay out of pocket? So how are we going to set this up?
195,000 equals 0.03x plus 249.
All right. Now, this is your purchase price, but is this going to be the total cost that this person has to pay? Because what else are there?
They have it by
Closing costs. So what is going to be? Y is just going to be over here by itself, right? All right. So the closing costs are $249 plus 3%. So we're going to do $249 times. Did that wrong. It's going to be 0.03 times 195,000 plus 249. Okay, and we're going to see if that's going to be enough cover the closing costs. If $5,000 would be enough. So 0.03 times 195,000 plus 249.
And it gives you
$6,099. So is $5,000 enough to cover the closing costs?
Yes,
it is.
No, this is the closing cost.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
All right. So the answer would be no.
because you need 1,000.
You are $1,099 short.
Do we have to write that?
No, you wouldn't have to necessarily. All right, so there's that. Okay, I'm going to leave number 9. We may do that later, but I want to talk about standard form real quick. Now, we've talked about slope-intercept form for linear applications. Now let's talk briefly about standard form. We're not probably going to really have a lot of questions from these things. We're trying to just go through this stuff quickly because it's all review. All right, look at number 10. Josh bought 3 bags of potting soil and 10 bags of mulch from Home Depot. All right, now remember, AX plus BY equals C is our standard form. So, 3 bags of potting soil, 10 bags of mulch. All right, write an equation to represent the total cost to find your variables. What do you want to let 3 bags of potting soil represent? Does it matter?
No.
So, the 3 would go with either A or B. It doesn't matter which ones of these you call A or B. It doesn't matter. Potting soil is going to be one of your variables, and mulch is going to be another variable. Do we know how much it costs? No. So X and Y are going to be the cost of these things. So defining the variables means that we're going to have 3. Let's just do it in the order that it appears. 3 equals A. 10 equals B. X equals price per bag of soil, and Y equals price per bag of mulch. Okay? So does it matter which one we call A or B? Does it matter which one we call X or Y? No, as long as we match them up correctly. So here we go. We don't know the total cost. C is going to be the total cost, so I probably should write that. C equals total. Alright, so we've got all of our variables. So the equation is going to look like this. 3x plus 10y equals C. Do we know what C is?
No.
No. Alright, so let's look at B. If Josh spent $40.91 and mulch cost $2.75 per bag, how much was a bag of potting soil? So let's fill in the blanks. We don't know how much the bag of potting soil was, so we're going to leave that as 3x plus 10 times $2.75 per bag of mulch. 10 times $2.75 equals the total cost of $40.91. We're just filling in the blanks. Now you solve for X, so we need to do some simplifying. 3X plus 2750 equals 40.91. Subtract 2750. So 3X equals 40.91 minus 2750, and that's 1341. Now divide both sides by 3. 13.41 divided by 3 is 447. So one bag of potting soil costs $4.47. All right, not too bad. I'm going to stop the video now and let you do the next one. All right, so the first thing you need to do is define your variables, and so
A is quarters.
let A be quarters.
B next.
Does it have to be that way?
They don't have to. We all have the same thing though, that's a lot of quarters.
All right. Okay, so X would be what?
How many quarters?
Okay, so, well, it's going to be the cost of the quarters, the value.
25 cents.
Okay. Y is going to be?
The value of the nickels, so 5 cents.
And then C is going to be?
Total.
Yep. Very good. Now show me how to set it up. All right, let me read this. If the total value of the coins is $5.50 and Kaylee has 17 quarters, how many nickels does she have? All right, go ahead, Bo.
0.25 times 17 plus 0.05 Y equals 550. And then you go to 4.25 plus 0.05 equals 550. And then subtract the 4.25. That gives you 0.05 Y equals 1.25. Subtract 5 by 0.5 equals 25.
Outstanding. So Y equals 25 nickels. Wow, you made my heart proud.
Like, you know what I did? Remember how on the test, how I did the shortcut?